Shabbat shalom. Good to see each and every one that is here. May y'all may we push forward in the things that is pleasing in His sight, and may we come prepared for the elements and everything that is happening. Good that we got some brain power, some gray matter up there to know what to do in these situations. And them that don't do it, you need to check your gray matter. You know, if it's cold outside and everything there, you need to do something. See? Yeah, I know, stay home. No, I'm looking for something more simple than that. Put some clothes on.
Long John.
Hey, that's right. Put some clothes on. Hey. Say lay up and everything else. So that's what we do. So, but all these seasons must come. There's a reason, a purpose for all those things, and therefore, we got the right gray matter up here, and so we know what to do about it. See, on that end. I want to take this time to welcome and all our listeners, those that's in Israel, those that's in Canada, the Philippines, and also Sierra Leone and Africa, where you might be picking us up on the internet. Into our house, where our motto is, come one, come all, let us build our future on the foundation of peace and love. Shalom, Ve'ahava. And upon these two principles, seem like we ain't drawing no closer to that, but sooner or later we've got to come to that. You know, the way the world is faced is flexing their muscles now. All the little boys and big boys and everybody is saying, "Hey, look, I'm a bad boy now." See? And they're spending all their money and their resources on stripping up their military. Mm-hmm. And even our president said, "Y'all gonna dig in your pockets some more." He was bragging to the military how that he done for the first 2 years that he have given them a record-breaking budget, which is true. And he said, "Guess what? For a third one, I'm gonna give you. You're gonna get a good record-breaking one." See, what he said that day. We got to be number one in everything. And it costs. It costs us to be the boss.
Well, what's gonna happen to the Coast Guard? They don't get nothing. They're furloughed. They're working for nothing. They're part of the military. Yeah.
Well, you know, there's those that get the highlights, and there's that don't get the highlights.
Right.
You know, but all of them profits from it because there's one military budget, and they all get it. But of course, you ain't gonna get it like certain other things. You know, that's true.
Of the shutdown,
That's true in everything.
Right. They don't get that.
Oh well, he wasn't talking about that. He was just talking about normal operation. Of course, the shutdown is going to affect everything, you know, and not only that, but it's going to affect everybody. Which just let it continue on. But nevertheless, I just wanted to say that to say this here. Look like man is not going to come to that conclusion on their own.
Right.
And that's sad for us. You know, we think that we done grown and we done got so. so advanced and everything here, and it ain't dawned on us yet that we can't continue to build these horrific. Sooner or later, somebody ain't gonna make a mistake and mess up. But nevertheless, y'all is interested in building up and establishing a kingdom.
Amen.
See? And it's gonna be peace and love.
Amen.
And so we can see why he's bringing into this world.
Right.
Because it's got a whole different attitude. It's got a whole different attitude
Amen.
about those things. All right, let's get our tally toes. Bless you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified by thy commandment and commandments concerning and wrapping ourselves in Jesus. You should be near a songbook at this particular time, or a piece of paper that have page 350 on it. Women are 19 and up, men are 19 and up, youth is 12 to 18, and all is all who can read. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of Yah. Women,
Come on, my spirit, God. Stop the churning inside of me, caused by the rush of getting everyone fed and here on time. Quiet my confusion, Yah. In all the tension of getting here, I know I made the effort because I really do need you. Yah, speak to me in the quietness.
in this case we've been in and keep his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name, for the Lord is good. Men, I am thankful, Yah, for what we have. But this week has been so hectic, and it seems that no matter how hard I work and how well I plan, there's always something I didn't plan on, and there isn't enough time to go around. Forgive me, Yah, for letting worry get in the way of my gratitude. You are good to us, Yah. We do have so much to praise you for. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all lands. Serve Yah with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. You, Yah is my shepherd, I shall not want. He made me to lie down in green pastures. He restores my soul. All. Restore my soul, O Yah, and renew a right spirit within me. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which you have broken may rejoice. Cast me not away from your presence, and take not your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation, and uphold me with your free spirit. Hallelujah.
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 Can I ask you now to turn and face the Holy City in this direction here? While opening to Phillah, opening prayer, Kohen Baraka, and the Shema in Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, blessed are you, Lord our God, King and ruler of the universe. Father, we come here today. Thank you for help and strength. Thank you for each and every one of these here. Thank you for all of us that are in our right mind was able to be here. Also, thank you for those who had it in their minds to be here. But their bodies were not quite up to power. We ask that you would give healing where it is needed, because you are the great healer, and we look unto you for our healing. Whether you're the spiritual healing, our physical healing, or whether we're in need of both physical and spiritual healing. We know nothing is on their way back to recovery. As that you will give them a full recovery, that we might go forth, showing forth your saving help. Thank you for sending your son.
Thank you. Thank you.
That he did not faint, didn't give up on us, but
Didn't give up.
way,
Thank you.
even through the shedding of his blood, that we might have an opportunity to enter into the Lord's promises and plans that you have for those that love you and keep your commandments. We pray for the peace of Yahushua Ask you to bless and prosper her.
Bless them.
Keep our leaders strong. Keep our sisters and brothers safe there, as well as us safe here. Bless my mouth. Bless our ears. Those things are said, be what you want me to say. That we might add to our knowledge. And be not amongst your people that perish for lack of knowledge. Continue to bless and go further in this service. All these blessings I ask in thy son's name, Yeshua Mashiach, the man whose name is the branch. Amen.
Amen.
This particular time, you should be near a Bible, preferably complete. Jewish Bible, Kohen Baraka, which is found on page 153 in the complete. Page 4 or 3, if you have the folder. Other than that, there are these numbers, the 6th chapter. I will read the 23rd verse, then you can read, of course, the 24th to the 27th together. Speak to Aaron and his sons, and tell them that this is how you are to bless the people of Israel. You are to say unto them all together, Yimeraka Adonai V'yish Meraka. May Adonai bless you and keep you. Yahweh Adonai Panah Isa Adonai Panah Ilaka Le'asimlaka Shalom. May Adonai lift up his face towards you and give you peace. In this way, they are to put my name on the people of Israel, so that I will bless them. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I get to join them with the Shema in the Hebrew. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kivod Leolam Vayeh Ve'avata Ve'kalvata Ulkal Nashika Ulkal Leodeka. Now if you would get your Bibles and turn to page 204 in the complete, which will be Deuteronomy, the 6th chapter. 4th to the 9th verse will be what we'll be reading. The first 2 verses, 4 and 5, is what we said in the Hebrew of the Hebrews. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Hear Israel, Adonai God, Adonai is one. And you are to love Adonai your God with all your heart, all your being, and all your resources. These words which I'm ordering today are to be on your heart, and you are to teach them carefully to your children. You are to talk about them when you sit at home, when you are traveling on the road, or when you lie down, and when you get up. Tie them on your hand as a sign. Put them at the front of a headband around your forehead, and write them on the door frames of your house and on your gates. Hallelujah! 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 Hallelujah. I also ask you to go to page 1279 in the complete, which is Mark, the 12th chapter, 28 to the 31st verse will be what we'll be reading, and see what the Mashiach had to say about the same subject. One of the Torah teachers came up and heard them engage in this discussion. Seeing that Yeshua answered them well, he asked him, which is most important mitzvah of all? Yeshua answered, the most important is Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. And you are to love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your understanding, and with all your strength. The second is this: you are to love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other mitzvah greater than these. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Okay. You have not received a song at this particular time, and the usher will give it to you. The song will be God is Faithful.
And he sure is.
God is faithful. Just a fall. God's gonna do it for me. Word. I want you to sing along with me. Come on, sing. Faithful. God is faithful. I know just a fall. God's gonna do it for me. Word. God is bigger than my mountain, bigger than my valley, bigger than my problem, bigger than my pain. My God, God is faithful. God is bigger than my mountain, bigger than my valley, bigger than my problem, bigger than my pain. My God, God is faithful. I know you till the fall. God's gonna do it for me. Word. He's faithful. I know you till the fall. God's gonna do it for me. Word. God is bigger than my mountain, bigger than my valley, bigger than my problem, bigger than my pain. My God, God is faithful. God is bigger than my mountain, bigger than my valley, bigger than my problem, bigger than my pain. My God, God is faithful. It is something to be faithful, and it's something to count on somebody that is faithful. And it's a terrible thing to count on somebody that's not faithful. Because you can be sure that you're going to get a bad experience. Because they're going to let you down at the very wrong time. And therefore, it is good to know that we have a faithful God. But we got to know him. See? And make sure that we stay in that good line. Because we get out of line with him, you're in trouble.
Amen.
We start out with his name. We go to Psalm 68:4. Always a way to get acquainted with anyone. No different. Y'all's no different from any of those things there. Procedure. He loves work on the same procedure and everything there. That you can't say, well, it was too complicated, too confusing. No, we use this method all along, all the time. You know? Sing to God, sing praises to his name, but I don't know your name. I don't know what your name's all about. This is why Moshe asked him, I don't know, call you, what's your name? Because we understand those things there. And so we have to do it also. It says, sing to God, sing praises to his name, extol him who rides on the clouds by his name, Yah. But we have upon our banner truth here, Y-A-H, Yah, that's his name. The other folks say, well, I thought his name was this one. Hey, I'm not going to get in an argument with folks about the long form name. Because like I said, I don't know Hebrew that good. I ain't that good enough in Hebrew, and I don't really desire to be that studious enough to do it. I'm just glad he gave me Yah. And I take care of that there. See? Now these folks get Jehovah and all this other stuff like that. I got a problem with that. Yes.
I seen a lot of people now starting to call him Yah. Even though they know the long form name, they may have a different form. But a lot of them using the short form name now.
Yes. I remember when we first started off on that, it was just a little few of us Hebrew Israelite groups who were doing that there, man. And they was calling out, saying all kind of stuff, you know, as far as long form name, and they couldn't get along with one another and all that stuff there. That's so tough and everything, yeah. Like I said, I was favorable towards Yahweh because that's what I was taught. It wasn't no matter of the knowledge that I had at that time. I was favorable towards that. But then as I started going around and listening to all these others, now we gotta say Yahushua and Yahweh. I mean, they're just Yahweh and Yahweh. Then we got to the point where we couldn't even go along with that there.
Ask Google.
Huh?
Ask Google. Google will tell you.
Well, I asked Yah. Believe it or not. I asked him. And he said, you've been saying it all along. Yeah, right. You've been saying it all along. Hallelujah. Yeah. And even when we translate hallelujah, it's clear what he's saying. Right?
Yeah.
Therefore, I dropped all that other stuff and all that other stuff. I said, if people want to go away, that's fine. I'm not, hey, but this is why I stress, yeah. And then when I found in the scriptures, well, that really compounded it in. That was it. That was the sealing factor. There's 2 or 3 witnesses. That's security. He says here, by his name Yah, and be glad in his presence. Well, I was ever so glad. And then we started going around in the groups and we started saying, praise the mighty Yah.
Amen.
That.
Praise the mighty Yah.
Groups stuff started catching on to those things there. Well, down in Mississippi down there with Rabbi Divine and group and everything down there. He was coining the fact of praise the mighty Yah. And now, as you said, we held on, and a lot of other folks wasn't around. But now, eventually, as you say now, many of them now are saying, I'm not saying to be the first one, because somebody might try to write and say, hey, you're right. I'm not saying it, but I'm just saying the popularity. I know it wasn't that popular. As he said, it was not that popular.
It's not popular.
But it's beginning to catch on now. Pretty good. Who is this guy that we're talking about? The 8th verse tells us. The earthquake and rain poured from the sky at the presence of God. Even Sinai shook at the presence of God, the God of Israel. See? Therefore, his name is Yah. And he tells us to extol that name.
Amen.
Everywhere I go, that's the name I use, and I extol it. See? I've gotten in some trouble for extolling that name. But some of them, they're supposed to be my brothers. But nevertheless, as he said, it's beginning to get on more and more and more now. And that's the way truth is.
That's the way it is.
And that's the way it'll do. You know, it'll eventually wear on and everything. You know. Therefore, that's his name. That is the beginning, not the end. Once you learn his name, that ain't the end. Well, I got it done now. I got it made. I know his name now. No, that's the beginning of the relationship. See? Just like I say, it's just like if you saw a guy that you was interested in or something, you know, and you didn't know him and said, you inquired about his name. That ain't the end of it. That's just the starting point. And vice versa with a young lady. Then you want to find out as much as you can about them, see? And the better that you know about them, the better you have a chance on having a good relationship. Right?
Right.
That is the way it's done nowadays, ain't it?
Right. Well, you don't have to know their name now.
Well, back in our ancient days, that's the way we did it here. And, therefore, kind of skeptic otherwise. Hey, get a little nervous, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But that's just enough for it. And he tells us who he is. Then the prophets had to come along and straighten us out because we can get things all wrong, which we do. Because we have all surrounded, we have everything that surrounds us, everything that's not pro-God. See? And we get the wrong conclusion of things. Isaiah 43, 10 through 12. So y'all have to see this prophet, which didn't have a good job. He said, what do you mean didn't have a good job? Well, I mean, it was not a good, acceptable job. Because you're going to catch trouble. Mm-hmm. But it's a good job from God's standpoint. But you better be ready for some trouble. Because Israel was something else. Isaiah 43:10 says, you are my witness, says Adonai, and my servant whom I have chosen, so that you can know and trust me and understand that I am he. Israel was failing on those points. They were failing to know him and surely not trusting him. That's why they had all the backup idol gods and everything. Huh? Oh yeah. Well, that's what you said, because when people got on their case, you know, and everything, they had to quote the scriptures. See, they quoted the scriptures to them. Israel good is quote the scriptures now, and they come get it.
Oh yeah. Come on, get it, y'all. Y'all can have it. Because they got too many guns pointing at you.
They're on fire. And I hey, look, you got to come get it, take it from me, because I ain't bringing it in and giving it to you. So they know it's going to be a tough thing here. But nevertheless, we see that Yah says, therefore, you are my witnesses, Adonai, I am God. You know? You ain't got none of them foreign gods around, you know? Then you the only one can be my witness. All these others got their secondary gods and all that. He said, they can't be my witness.
Right, like you were saying about the gun, I think that the Davidians, they didn't think the FBI was gonna come and take theirs.
Yep, that's right.
They might have took something with them, but hey, they brought it down.
Yep. Yep. They in power and everything. They use their power, you know. Isaiah 44:68. Thus says Adonai, Israel's king and redeemer, Adonai Zevaot. When we start learning about kingship, then these things should be make it easy for us. It's kind of hard for us because we in what they call a democracy or a republic. See? And so we've gotten attuned to all these other things here. But yet still, we better start learning how to get attuned to a kingship.
Man.
I am the first and I am the last. Besides me, there is no God. So what in the world you got these secondary gods and all that? There ain't no God. Another slap in the face of them that had misinterpreted his word. Cut off a rabbit's foot or something like that, then and holler at you. This yeah. It's crazy. He says, I am the first and I'm the last. Beside me, there is no God. Who is like me? Let him speak out. Let him show me clearly what has been happening since I set up the eternal people. Let him foretell future signs and events. Don't be frightened. Don't be afraid. Didn't I tell you this long ago? I foretold it, and you are my witnesses. And you cannot be, as I said before, you cannot be a witness of his that all these other gods. So boy, the prophet was smacking on him hard. And let them know that hey, you got to clear up that act. You got to clear up those ones. But yes, is it true? There were some Israelites. They hung in there. They got so bad that even God said, "Hey, look, I'm through with it. I'm not sending our prophets no more to catch no trouble for them. Let them go and have their way." So he said, "I'm just gonna back off and stop what I'm doing." They say that their God is the one that's taking care of them. Let's see what they're gonna do for us. We don't want that to happen to us. Let's stay under God's grace. He said, don't be frightened, don't be afraid. Didn't I tell you this long ago? I foretold it, and you are my witnesses. Is there any God besides me? Israel, is there any God beside our God?
No. I know not any.
Israel, is there any God beside our God?
No. I know not any.
He said, is there any God besides me? He said, there is no other rock. I know of none. Therefore, he's the only one, and that's the way that he likes it. There ain't no little gods and all those things here. No, he's the only one, and he's the only one that gets the supreme power. See? His son come along and tells us that. We go to John 14:28, and the Brit had the shot. You mean to tell me even above my Jesus? Ain't nobody above, oh, not my Jesus. Well, we got some news coming here. Because if this is right, and I got it, and I'm thinking that this Jesus you're talking about is the same man that I'm talking about, and then the translations is right. Notice what he says here. You heard me tell you, this is John 14:28. You heard me tell you, I am leaving, and I will come back to you. If you love me, you would have been glad that I am going to the Father, because the Father is greater than I. He said that he is greater. You all want to run around here talking about he ain't. And that you all are talking about as Christians. Somebody wants some reckoning day when he comes back, because he said he's going to come back. And some of them teach, oh, he busts the sky anytime now and all that, yeah. But you're going to be a pleasing sight or a terrible sight for him. Because if you say what the Trinity teaches, you are lying. You are calling him a lie. Right? I want y'all to understand that. If you teach and believe the Trinity, you are calling him a lie. Right?
Him as in Yah?
Huh?
Him as in Yah?
No, him as the Mashiach.
Okay.
You're calling Mashiach a lie.
Both of them really, because the Father said he sent him.
Well, I'm talking about calling him a lie. And the lie is, he says that the Father is greater than he is.
Okay.
The Trinity says you're lying, you're not. He's not greater than you. Y'all all the same level.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
If I tell you that somebody's greater than me and you come along and say, no, they ain't greater than you, y'all the same level, one of us is lying. You're saying that I'm lying because I said, no, we ain't the same level. He's greater than me. And that's what I'm saying here. The same man that they're talking about, we can't wait till he busts the sky. He's going to come back again and all this and all that. And then you call this man a lie. Well, I happen to believe this guy. What about you?
Amen.
I believe this guy.
Amen.
He says Father is greater than him, and I believe it. And in the Old Testament and all those things there, back it up and prove it up. There's no one equal or greater than the Father.
Amen.
Right. And we got to believe that.
Amen.
Okay? And if we don't, we can't be his witness.
That's right.
Therefore, let us work at being his witness. Okay, we have Sister LaShonda. I'm going to have her to come forth with the banner intro. And our son will be zealous over Zion.
Amen.
Shalom. The ensign of his glory. He that hath an ear to hear what the Spirit is saying to the churches. Isaiah 62, 10 through 12. Pass through the gates. Prepare the way for the people. Build up the highway. Remove the stones. Raise a banner for the nations. The Lord has made proclamation to the ends of the earth. Say to the daughter of Zion, see, your Savior comes. See, his reward is with him, and his recompense accompanies him. They will be called the holy people, the redeemed of the Lord. This banner, which Yah gave, representing Jerusalem and her king, the man whose name is the branch, Zechariah 6, 12, and 13. Isaiah 18, 3. All ye inhabitants of the world and dwellers on the earth, see ye when he lifteth upon an ensign on the mountains, and when he bloweth a trumpet, hear ye.
Nate. I don't know what I'm doing.
Things are taking place and going forth as we watch and we pay attention as the world goes, and that we make sure that we got our eyes open to what is taking place. And as I was talking earlier, the nation certainly is not worried about, and seem like they are more prevalent and showing forth, and everybody is boasting and bragging about their military power. See, and about how great they is and how superior they are. But nevertheless, we see that this seems to be the going thing here, but they don't know no superiority yet. They don't know no superiority. See, and therefore, when he comes forth, he's gonna make all these weapons and all these things that they got pale in contrast to what he's got. See? And so I'm gonna win inside. What about you?
Amen.
But nevertheless, he have given us information and given us things that to be watching after, to look out after that there, to let us know what is going on. Remember I told you that Netanyahu, he talked with Putin and all those things there, and Putin told him, he said that Putin told him that go ahead and do your strikes and do those things there, and we're not going to do those. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. But guess what?
That was before you blew up one of the planes, though.
Yep. Russia told Israel today, this week, no more airstrikes on Damascus International Airport. Told Israel, hey, can't do that. Can't do it no more. Now they supposed to have that agreement and everything there because Israel said, I'm just trying to stop all these weapons being moved over and everything there. And so Russia said, I can understand that, and let them say, okay, you can do that there until an incident, as my brother said, it happened, and then he said no. And now they said, well, why we can't attack that and all, because it's clear that they're using that international runway to fly off those weapons and everything there, and that's why Israel was hitting it and everything there. He said, I don't care what it is. He says, right now we are renovating, that's what Russia's told. We are renovating it and we're moving in and doing some things to it, and so the airport is off limits. Well, you're doing it. The relationship can't be too good. I keep telling folks, Russia is God, and they're doing those things, and they're fitting their part there. And I knew that this relationship with Putin and all that was not going to be holding up. And so just as he told them to do those things there, he's going to shut them off from all other things, because the Bible says that he was going to be brought there to be a vanguard for those nations round about. And that's exactly what he's doing. And more so now that the United States saying they're pulling out of Syria, boy, that just really gave them the go ahead. And I noticed that they didn't say that. They didn't come out forceful and say that till the United States said that it will pull out. Then after the United States were running, then he jumped on and told, come out with no hints of nothing. Don't hit the Damascus International Airport anymore. So we're going to see. Israel says that they ain't going to regard nobody now. They're not going to let anyone use that stuff there to bring those missiles and bring that stuff up to Lebanon and all those things there. And she said that if they get wind of it and all those things there, they're going to hit wherever they have to hit. So now we're in a contest to see who's going to win. So this thing is really mounting up. It's getting quick. So yeah. Now we got the senators upset with the President Trump because they oppose a quick pullout of the U.S. troops.
He said that was going to be a Christmas present.
Yep.
So Christmas been over.
Well, he make rash statements and those things there, but then he ain't been checking all out the full consequences of what he's talking about.
Right.
And he said that the United States, he said that Obama was the reason why ISIS, but yet still, guess what? ISIS let him know that I ain't defeated. See, he been running around here talking about he done defeated ISIS and he done did that and all that. ISIS come along and send him a message. Sure did.
Loud and clear, right?
Very loud and clear.
Loud and clear. After he said we
Yeah,
don't
for our troops, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Open his big mouth.
Kill for the troops there and the American troops. Kill for the American troops there in that suicide bombing and everything there. And he injured a bunch of them and say now you say who is defeated and dead? And
Well, they showed that whole explosion. Man. Or people walking, but boom.
yeah. Boy. But then one little boy, he was just, this show one little boy, he was just coming up on it, going, woman, glory. Man, that's what I'm saying. That's the world that they live in.
Right.
This is the way this world is nowadays. Just like I said, those people that was here, where was that in? Was that in, that was here in America, that wasn't in Canada, was it? Where these people was on the bike trail and everything there, and this guy decided to drive his car up on the bike trail, on the bike trail, and just mowed them down.
That was
Yeah, that was here.
Yeah, that was in America.
That
Right.
was in New York.
yeah.
Yeah. And he'd been on that bike trail for a long time before he got anybody. And when he saw big flood, he just floated. This is the world we're living in nowadays, dear folks. People are just losing it. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking is that. You know, so we've got to. We ain't got more than just us. You know, you out on a bike trail, think you safe. You know, running and everything out there. You know, trying to keep your health up. Yeah, I'm gonna live a long time. I gotta get my heart and get my exercise and everything. Little did you know the devil's your last. You doing healthy stuff, you know, they tell you to get plenty of exercise and all that stuff. So you out there exercise, running along, I ain't hearing nobody and all that thing. You know, next thing you know, wow.
Car out there where it shouldn't be.
Yeah. And just plowing down, folks. This the world we living in.
They what they need to do, they need to go and kill these folks. They know that they did it. There'll be a whole lot of folks stopping. Instead of putting them in jail, let them rest.
They don't want you on the jury.
Well, you got these people that going in places shooting up a whole bunch of people, they turn around and shoot their own self. They know that they're gonna die. They know they ain't gonna survive and everything. And yet still they still do it. Go out in a blaze, and then they go out and shoot yourself, kill yourself too.
You got those that don't mind killing other folks, but they want to live.
Yeah.
Then they want to play crazy.
Yep. But you know, the Bible tells us that, you know, the days is coming when my hearts and minds is just evil continually. Violence is on their mind. See? There's one kid that somewhere around here in Tulsa took a gun to school. See, and they've been broadcasting about that, you know, for the longest and everything. He wasn't loaded enough, but they tell you.
He took to school.
Yeah.
They should have suspended him for life going to school.
No.
Yeah, I'm saying he have heard all this stuff going on about kids bringing guns to school, shooting. I don't know, but he old enough to know better.
Well, it's his parents' fault.
So
And yeah,
Parents' fault.
that was his fault.
and they got these guns now, dear folks. These kids guns. I know y'all like to talk about it, whatever. But we buying kids no guns. I thought they were running, but now I see. Hey, they got these guns now. These kids got guns now. Looking around. Hey, you will die with them play guns.
Yeah.
Boy did.
Yeah, they had a protest in Philadelphia because there was stores, Oriental stores, and those Middle Eastern type of stores. They had all those real looking guns, selling them to children. And yeah, in Philadelphia, and there's a big protest in Philadelphia about that. They shut them stores down.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what
They shut them stores
that
down.
boy had, one of those
he shot killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that 9-year-old.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. So don't, you think that it used to be safe, go out and, no, it ain't safe nowadays, and all those things. Can't be just running around there too. Hey, because they got these guns now, they look real. Hmm? And, and you'll get killed. Hey, because the police ain't gonna take no chances now, because hey.
They ain't gonna say, let me see that gun. Let me see if it's real.
They shoot.
That's right. They ain't gonna take no chances. So if you don't compensate for those things there and understand the time that we're in, hey, don't come in here weeping and crying, oh, they killed my son. No. You gotta do what you can,
No, don't come crying so you ain't got nowhere to stay because your child out there in the apartment cutting up with a playground. That's right.
Oh,
Don't come crying because you got it.
now there you go.
That's right.
Yeah,
Go out there the street with your child.
they got rules and regulations at these places now.
Oh, they kicked him out of the apartment?
Yep.
They got rules and regulations, I know housing authority got it. I think one person that had a gun there and he just
They blame the
he just shot off, the victim and just and they got kicked out of their apartment.
Well, he need to.
They got kicked out.
He could have killed someone upstairs or whatever.
Well, wasn't it?
Next door.
Wasn't it the one where the baby was in the crib? And
They got shot.
His gun
Yeah, they shot the
accidentally
baby.
went off and he shot the baby.
The baby got shot.
Yeah, because he messing with it.
Yeah.
And any gun incident you have and all like that, you out.
Right? Yeah, I agree.
You can't take no chances. We live in a violent.
Just start shooting. Then, my gun just accident went off. Yeah. Because they pulled the trigger.
Yep. Yeah. So let us be careful. Buy them some play drums or something, Yeah. Don't be getting them guns and everything that you setting the children up to get hurt. Because they know they're gonna run outside with it and all that. The police come out there and have them see you out there or something like that. And you don't know it ain't real.
Scriptures say, teach them the bow. Teach them the bow.
Okay, they end up killing someone with a bow.
Hey, well, it can't be mistaken for a gun.
No,
And
walking around with an arrow stuck in them.
well, they have had a couple incidents with the arrow sticking in,
Yeah.
shot somebody in
In
the
the
head.
head.
Yeah, right. That happened on the Indian Territory. Yeah.
Right.
I think in Tahlequah, one place there. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I know when I was coming up, every time I got a little money, I went and bought me a cap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was thinking. I said, they bought us cap for Christmas,
Yeah, I already had one of them cap pistols. Oh man, all the big time though, man. They had the little, we had the little caps too that you put in there, and it was foul. Pow! Whoa, man! It just snap, it just snap that. You could put they had some little tabs that you put in there.
Red.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Red
Pow, pow! Doing that stuff nowadays.
They shooting real one these days.
Yeah. And police can't take no. So we have to learn how to adjust about those things as the things go forward. We learn how to adjust and to get ourselves and get our action going. So the senators are against Trump for sending out. Said we ain't gonna pull him out. So now he's backing off of that there. He's saying, okay, well, I didn't say. See, he said he all the time, boy. He I didn't say how soon I was gonna bring him out. I just said it was coming home and everything. How they was gonna be a Christmas present to him? So now he just brought us some equipment to say that they don't need and everything, but he said he's gonna leave the troops in there for a while now. So that kind of eased up things a little taste there and going on out there. But now the Democrats and the Republicans, they still in a big fight about this shutdown. Now I could have swore he said that on live television that he was gonna take the blame.
He said he was not going to blame the Democrats.
He said he was gonna take the blame for the shutdown. Ain't that what he said?
He said, I'm going to shut it down.
Well, that ain't what he's saying now.
No, Democrats won't come to blame.
Just like he's gonna make Mexico build a wall.
Oh yeah, he got on y'all Democrats about that too, and people too. He said, "Did y'all really think that I was gonna make the Mexicans write a check for that?"
Yes. That's what you said.
He said, "No, that ain't what I meant. Y'all misunderstood what I mean that through the trade deal and everything there, and all those things there, and the money that we was gonna save for them robbing us and everything there was gonna pay for it, and it was actually gonna be Mexico paying for it."
It wasn't in the head. He meant what he said. That was his plan.
But Mexico told them all along, we ain't building no wall.
Yeah, he said no so-and-so wall.
Yeah, right. And now he done shut his own government down. What kind of sense do that make? You shut your own government down.
To get what you want.
Okay.
That's how children do. They throw tantrums.
Exactly. And he said he ain't backing down. Temper tantrum.
So he said, well, the Mexican ain't gonna build a wall. Y'all might have to build it. So,
Yeah. Now you see the Democrats going to build it. Y'all, yeah.
Say they ain't.
So it's just the wall down. I mean, just the government down until the Democrats release the money.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how this work out.
Yeah.
They
So he said,
Democrats ain't
so-
give it up.
Nancy Pelosi, she ain't gonna win you Democrats and all that stuff there. So Nancy, she said, okay, you can have your national union address.
Yeah.
You can have that there and all that there. So guess what he said? Okay,
Keep you going with it.
he said, I can't have that. I can't come over there and have my, She said, not long as the government is shut down, you can't come over and do that. You can't come over to the house and that's where they get it from the house. And you say you can't come over and do this and the government ain't shut down and everything. And once you go there, then you do that. So guess what? He come along and said, okay, all them trips that you got planned, you ain't going nowhere till after the.
Nobel Peace Prize for you.
So they at tit for tat, it looks like everybody's playing that tit for tat. You shut me down for yeah. And so he controls the military flights and all those things, yeah. And so they mad at him now because they said that he leaked out about they was gonna go anyway, but they was gonna take commercial flight to do it, and they was going to but they was gonna keep it a secret, see. And he made it on out clear to them, telling them, hey. And so her safety people said, hey, we can't guarantee the safety of the folks, on those things there. If you do go there under that there without the military type of stuff. So
He was just wanting his friends.
and so he said, but we didn't leak it. We didn't leak it. Tell them about it. All that. Yeah, okay.
He did. Wanted his friends Vladimir.
Don't tell them how long this gonna go on.
So I like the shutdown.
I know a lot of people mad. I like that man.
But now this thing is now it's even going further. I was telling you about the food stamp thing, but now if you're on HUD or if you own the housing authority, guess what? That ain't gonna be paid either.
Yeah, they said they guaranteed up to February after that.
People on Section 8 too.
In March, that's
People on
what they-
Section 8
It was a lady that was begging. I think she was at the White House too.
after
She said she
February,
don't
they
get-
ain't gonna
She
pay no
don't
more.
have no money by the 16th.
They paid up to February.
I'm gonna have to pay
You have to pay
mine
cash
in
or
March.
get out. Yeah, that's.
If your landlord or those folks that hold mortgage share, check and see if they're a Trump supporter.
They put my stuff, I pay like
And say, and if they will say, be a good patriot.
$148, they pay back
Just tell them, be a good patriot and I will surely pay you.
$300.
When I get my money, I'll pay you then, because, hey, we standing for Trump. And see how that work out. Well, they should be patriots, right?
Well, that's affecting them too.
Maybe people's definition of patriotism is different. When they say patriot, I thought a patriot, American patriot, was one who.
Helps.
It depends on what definition you want to use.
Well, I'm talking about he's the one that said that he's the one that said that they're good patriots, and he said the Republican. He said that's why he's doing it because of the fact that he got many people that telling him a whole lot for our safety, and that wall is more important than all this other stuff here.
So the ones who are against the wall are not patriots.
Right there, you go.
See, depends on definition.
Not right there, you go. If you ain't for the wall and everything, then you're not a patriot. See? So that's why I said check and see if these guys are Republicans.
Don't love the country.
Check and see if your mortgage people and all that there that you pay, if they're Republicans.
Okay.
And then just tell them, be a good patriot.
They said you go on the wall, if you're on the wall, you don't love the country.
Yeah.
All the immigrants.
Yeah, you want all this stuff to come in, you want the Mexicans to come in and they take it over anyway and all that there. And you got all the gangsters and all this other stuff coming in and
One of the things Americans are not paying attention to is you got California burning down, you got earthquakes all over this country. Now what happens when there's an emergency in our country and we need to go to Mexico?
Well, they open the gate.
it's just the point that it ain't doing what they thought it was. That's been a big breakthrough. That's really happening. Proving out that that's not the case. But so far they haven't found out that it hurts anything.
Well, they asked it. It was like a sidebar thing that they found out that it helps, thin your blood, which, will help the blood clots from forming your heart, like if you have, they'll go to your heart or something. It's not that aspirin is a heart attack cure. You know what I'm saying? It's just that it helps thin the blood.
Right.
And so that's why, they have aspirin is for pain. That's the real reason, the purpose of aspirin.
Well,
They just found out that a side effect of it can help prevent blood clots.
Well, they say grape seed extract, it's supposed to be just powerful than aspirin or pine bark.
There's some doctors who are going back to more natural remedies and stuff. More and more they are.
Well, it's just like I said, I said it to say this here. All these breakthrough, all these things here is to go to extend our lives and to do those things here. And you see that that's, we're not going forth. But I read in the paper there, just on the news there, that a guy in Iran and all that, he claimed he's 165 years old.
That's the oldest one.
165.
165 years old.
And still walking?
Yeah, still walking, still moving around and going around and everything. He lost his teeth and everything there and all that, but he looked pretty good there. 165 years old.
You don't believe that?
What about your?
And here we think that boy, a man living 165, whoa man, that's a miracle, that's a fantastic thing. That was nothing That was nothing to my ancestors.
Huh?
That was nothing to them.
Right, back in the day.
Noah didn't start having children until he was 500 years old.
Okay, well, how's it going?
165 years old man?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Huh?
He having a kid?
I don't know. He just mentioned about that. He was 165 years old.
Upon seeing war, might change their mind and return to Egypt.
Oh, do you see that there? A lot of times, we don't think all the full thing out there. All we want to do is just, hey, like I said, they just want to be free. No, they're just. Well, y'all said I'm dealing with these folks here, and they run wild here, and I ain't gonna get these folks nowhere if I. So instead of taking them through that 3-day journey, that which would have took them if they did all, and if they'd been all the way up to power, and those things are in faith, it could have worked. They go up on that. They can't stand the situation that they're looking at, and they sure will turn back. No. Oh no, I'll never die. I'll never deny it. That lady got to sneaking around. Hey, ain't you one of them? Ain't you one of them followers of that on me? Oh, all right then. Well, I guess it ain't then. She let him slide there. She come on back a little later on. Wait a minute. I'm gonna get you. Please give you away.
Mm-hmm.
You don't talk like the mother's gonna. See? So hey, I gotta get the one off my back. I got it. I wrong to him. He started changing his communication and language. Other folk, but there's some, I don't know, the Bible don't really clearly states what he did. There's something to say he went to cursing and carrying on and all, and then using all kind of profanity and stuff and everything there. You say, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I know you're not with him.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't like all that profanity and this stuff that these people do. I've been talking about that there lately, hearing all that saying. What kind of stuff is that? Got these guys out on the corner cursing and carrying on and talking about they gonna do that, talking about want to kill somebody and all that stuff. I'm gonna kill them with an axe and they're terrible.
Claiming to be Hebrew Israelites.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want him to die slowly and everything. I'm gonna chop his ears off and then his nose and then his head. Now, this big old joker talking all that noise. No. I just hate them, and that they smell and he just talking. Oh man, he just talking about it, boy.
You see the one that had not an old lady, Caucasian lady, and had treating her real bad, talking all kind of noise to her, then turn around, kiss my feet. And she got down there and kissed his feet. Oh, Caucasian woman.
Here's the thing over here. It's something weird here. How can they stand on the street and raise all that kind of threats? How can they do that?
They must be working for the
They
government.
paying somebody.
That's exactly what is being said. That's exactly what the Sundays believe in.
Yeah, they work.
Ain't no way in the world you gonna stand out on the corner and be cursing these folks out. And they've been doing it for years. And nobody.
Well, what's the purpose?
Yeah.
To make us look bad.
Yes. Yes.
You
Yes, that's exactly what that they are actually getting paid and police will never come back.
Nope.
You get out in the street out there right now and start coming, you gonna kill some white folks, you gonna do all that, and see how quick the police be out there.
That's great. They'll be on.
See how quick the police be out
I
there.
mean, they in New York City.
I know it. They got some security somewhere and those things there, and it's to pause on all us that say they're Hebrew Israelite, and then they'll put you on with that group of folks
Right.
and say that
You're part of that.
you're part of that group there.
Right.
But see, we got them bested there, folks.
Now that you mentioned police, I seen this video where the police was out there, but it was doing that.
And turn his back.
Yep, wasn't doing
No way.
Yep.
But they didn't fact because they just talking. They ain't freedom of speech. They not
freedom of speech.
You can't get up and say that in public like what they say.
In their eyes, they not harming no one.
Yeah, that's a threat. That's threatening.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna kill you and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna top you up and I need to show you that link that the
What
radio
was saying is that they was I don't know.
It's just like they said. It's just like what they said about you. You can't go into a theater and holler out, fire.
Right.
There's just something that you should you can't get on the street and start threatening and tell me you threatening all white folks and you gonna do this shit all fire. Dude, that's that's inciting trouble.
Right.
Yeah. Just like you wouldn't like it if some white guy was sitting out there on the road telling me, we'll kill all niggas, we're gonna go in the house and hey.
They do. They just have a big old march with them people talking about Jews will not replace us. They didn't get arrested.
No, but the police was there though.
They do allow a certain amount of.
Well, yeah, you're right, and that's what I'm saying. That you got to have some. You got to have some.
But it is unusual for black men to get away with it.
No,
That is odd.
That's just like the video I was watching this morning, about Branch, Baltimore. I think Boston, Branch of Boston or something. But they were saying that he was telling this white guy. He said, "Yeah, y'all Caucasian, y'all came and kicked the Indians out of their land." And he was saying, "Well, it's because I think he said we was discovering the land." Then he said, "Okay, suppose I see your house, and I just say, oh, okay, I discovered this house here. Then kick you out of your house." Then white guy, yeah, you right.
Right. Yeah, but these are just threats, though. I mean, these guys here just are not threats. And talking about you, you love struck Hebrew Israelites and all that. I'm gonna kill you too.
And then rape your little daughter.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
there was one girl, she was black. She was black and she wasn't going along. She wasn't going along with what he said. Then he cussed her out. Come on, yeah, Edomite lover.
They hate, I've seen some groups, they hate women in general.
Right.
Oh,
They
yeah.
hate black women.
Yeah, that big joker, that one big joker, he was talking all that noise and everything there, and that old lady, she stepped back there with a cane and she told him, "Bring it on." He said, "I can't wait till the kingdom time comes here, because hey, see an old lady like you, I'll take you just ring her neck and just choke her to death." Oh yeah, that's what we saying. She said, "What you got?" She stepped back and said, "What you got to wait on? Hey, bring it on now." She got the wheel of that cane. He said, "Bring it on now." And he backed up then. Big joker backed on up.
I think we're getting set up to the time where the Antichrist will use this as a forefront to really come in and on each Hebrew Israelite campus.
This is why we that was about 5 years ago. The black Hebrew Israelites was rated #1 terrorist group, a threat.
Why can't it be a threat? How would we threaten?
Cause you black.
Because they're sitting there doing or something and letting their mouth run off. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Anybody sit there and threaten and talk like that, hey, they get my attention.
Imagine.
Them ain't none of my brothers. I ain't claiming them as my brothers.
I know that later.
And like I said, when they go to investigating and all the thing, investigating them truth, them guns, hey, and when they come in there, that's what they got them things. Yeah, you part of it. No, we ain't a part of them. Our motto ain't nothing there like that. We got it already in writing. We got it in all those things. We got it. All you gotta do is go out there on our stat monument out there in stone.
Amen. Peace and the future.
Can't tie us with that militant group and all that stuff there.
The future.
That crazy stuff that they talking about, raping little 12-year-old girls and all that kind of stuff.
Crazy. That's the devil's territory.
These are the times we in. So God knew that Israel was all light to all of those things. So God said, hey, I ain't taking you up on that way here. I'm going to take you around this other way here. Because I know how you is. Because you, in a little slight thing and everything there, you be hollering back, I'm going back to Egypt. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody said that, read that.
Right?
It says, after Pharaoh had let the people go, God did not guide them to the highway that goes through the land of the Philistines.
Who was guiding them?
God.
Oh, no. Moshe was guiding them.
No.
And did y'all know that Moshe caught all kind of trouble from the Israelites?
What verse did you just read?
17.
But you know what they say in that passage? They say, oh, that was those mixed multitude gave them that trouble. I don't know how people get this stuff from.
Yeah, they do.
They get them this trouble.
That's right. Right. As a matter of fact, the Jews, everybody wants to be the fault of somebody else.
Yeah.
See, the Jews don't want to claim and say that, oh no, we wasn't that way. No. The Bible clearly says that, hey, it was Israelites that didn't see it was going to get that attitude and want to go back. But they said, no, that was the Arab, people. That was the Amarab, those were the strangers. They was the ones that, the mixed multitude, that was the one that caused all that trouble. That's a lie. They got it wrong too. That's a lie too. It's clearly. See? David wasn't no mixed multitude.
No.
Korah was.
No.
So when they come up with that stuff, hey, I tell them, no. Don't be trying to make yourself look good. Don't try to no. God knew how Israel was. Mm-hmm. You were just fresh out of it. You've been in slavery all that. You like a wild person. Yeah, you tell them everybody, you just run, you ready to run wild.
Right, just like today, they find out they Israel, they just going wild.
They is. Ain't considered it all, and nothing that there's a responsibility of saying it all they know that, oh yeah. And there's some of them they know there was high on this reparations. They say that we got to, when our 400 years is up, we're gonna get this reparations, and that the government gonna pay us this all this money and everything. Then, boy, we gonna come out here rich.
Not the way the government going now.
And,
Yeah.
but if you read the story, they didn't get the riches from the government, did they?
No.
Where did they get the riches from?
From the people.
From the people.
People of Egypt. That's right.
But yet still, we're gonna make the government and see and use the Bible and say that's the reason why we're going to do it and everything. So when we come out of here, when that 400 years is up, there's groups that that have been protesting and going up to the government and are protesting that. I know some of the guys that you know,
Trying to get their money.
they said that they were going, and said, we got to get it because, hey, the Bible says that they ain't going to do it and everything. And our 400 years is just about up, so we're going to really.
Israel came out of Egypt, they got that. They don't want nothing else.
But see, well, the point of it is that they didn't get it from the government.
Right.
See, so that's a lie. You know. See how we do? We take stuff and we assume stuff and we just apply. You know, and it's like I said here. I have not seen nowhere where it says 400 years, where that 400 years apply to us. Are coming out of the land, you know, coming out of this Egypt, you know, because of Deuteronomy 28. I ain't seen nowhere where he put a 400-year period on that. I'm still looking for that period of time. He didn't say. I ain't seen anywhere he put how long you're gonna be in there. He just said that if you do this, you choose this here, this is what's gonna happen to you. I ain't seen no period of time where it said that this is gonna last that long or that short. So these folks getting all this stuff all mixed all up and getting all this stuff all crossed up and getting all hoped up for the wrong thing. But that's how we are. That's the part on which you see us. God knew that's the type of people we are. That's why I say I'm going to take them this way here. I ain't going to take them up on the highway where they get onto the promised land real quick because things ain't set up for it anyway. And they ain't ready for it. See? We think we ready for going, I'm ready to get. God said, no, you ain't ready for it. Huh? All I'm saying is that wrong. Don't take the scriptures and mispride and all those things there and think that that's it and all those things there.
Yeah, they saying those things.
I'm not saying that I'm against those things there, but I'm saying that hey, you know, you can't go along and take what the Bible is saying and then say that the Bible is saying that when it's talking about something totally different.
They saying it's the government and it's not the government.
Right.
But what also
Egypt, they willingly gave up that,
they didn't have to struggle for it or nothing. They were trying to get rid of it anyway.
He said they're gonna kick them out of there.
There was a provision when we were let free out of slavery. They were supposed to give us 40 acres and a mule.
never did.
Never did.
But you know, they talking about they're gonna be leaving the United States and they supposed to be you're expecting something.
Yeah,
Reparations.
that's what I'm saying. Like Pastor say, that's totally you can't apply that.
So those that ain't gonna leave, they ain't gonna get nothing.
That's right. All right. And besides that, you didn't have no choice about leaving.
Right.
Ain't that what it said there?
Yeah.
You read that there. God even said it. God said they're gonna kick you out.
Kick you out.
Y'all going into the kingdom with George Washington on your money.
We ain't gonna need it because we're gonna be walking.
So who was doing the leading here? That's the point I want you to say. God was doing the leading.
Yeah.
See? But I want you to get something here. Don't get overcharged because God is leading us. You know, we say, look, God, and people jump up and say, well, God led me to do this, and God led me to do this here. Who do you think was leading Pharaoh?
God.
Go to Exodus, the 14th chapter, and read the 5th to the 9th verse.
Okay.
Exodus 14.
Says when the king of Egypt was told that the people had fled, Pharaoh and his servants had a change of heart toward the people. They said, what have we done, letting Israel stop being our slaves?
Oh, guess what? See, because the plagues have lightened down, they done kind of got over this other stuff that didn't happen to them and everything there. So, you know, well, they're just like us, boy. Oh, we get all when we get a soda, and in time we get a little lightweight, a little thing there, and we go back.
15th verse says, Adonai said to Moshe, why are you crying to me? Tell the people of Israel to go forward, lift their staff, reach out with your hand over the sea, and divide it in two.
Now, that's what I'm telling you. Moshe didn't know what to do. Moshe was still there. Lord, what we gonna do? He said, what you? So he didn't even know, but he knew to trust in God. He said that he had faith in God. He said, yeah, y'all gonna do something. Y'all gonna take care of it. Y'all gonna go fight for us, but I don't know how you gonna do it. Then y'all told him what to do. Move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, I see all this water. I said, we trying to move forward. I said, you get that staff in your hand there and all that stuff, right? Then God told him what to do. Still that faith there.
Oh, that's what you gave me the staff for.
Yeah. All right, I didn't know that had that power like that. Yeah,
I knew it could turn into a snake.
yeah, right. Yeah, right. But I didn't know it had all that. So let's see what happens.
The people of Israel will advance into the sea on dry ground.
See, God was telling him what's going to take place now. He didn't know that. And that's why I said people come and say, well, what we'll do next? What should we be doing? I don't know. Y'all ain't told me what. Moshe was right up to the time, and God hadn't told him what. But he had faith in Yah that he would take care of him. He had faith that Yah is going to be, didn't do all this here for them to be defeated and slaughtered out there. And he believed in the faithfulness of Yah. And that's what I count on too, dear folks. I believe in the faithfulness of Yah.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm the one that scattered you, and I'm going to bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
He said, though I make a full end of all nations where I've scattered you, he said, but I will not make a full end of who? Yaakov. That means all 12 tribes.
Mm-hmm.
I have that faith. And he said, watch, I will do something for you. I'm going to do this. And dear folks, how this turned out here, it had been God that did it. Okay? What do you mean it had been God? See, God do things where it cannot be no questions as to who did it. Right?
Right.
Now, what am I talking about? He told him, he said, don't worry about it, Moshe. All right. We can't swim across that. He said, guess what? You going over on dry land. Lord, I'm seeing all this water here. You telling me we're going to go on dry land? Yeah, but the Egyptians, they coming down on us. They going to be here soon. Y'all said, don't worry about that. I got all that. I got everything covered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You just get ready to do what I told you to do. So they knew that when they got ready to do it, they was going to go on dry land. When the dry land appeared, you have your staff in and y'all hit it. That's my plan. Yeah.
I don't understand, because it says in 21, it says that Moses stretched out his hand over the sea. But then it says the Lord pushed the sea back by strong wind, east wind all night. So is it saying that he held his hand out all night?
No.
What was the purpose of him holding out his hand? To show them what had happened?
God was telling him what to do.
Right. You get it started.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get you to see. God was instilling faith in them.
It was not into
It wasn't the movie. Yeah, where it happened instantaneously.
Right.
You been watching too much.
Right.
All through the
Right,
night.
right.
So you said him
waving over what started
That's
to
what God
win.
said, you know.
So him holding up his hand is what started to win.
Hey, that's what.
It started-
That's what we do.
It started the faith. It started the faith and all those things. And he
It
wanted.
was just showing.
He wanted right, and he was wanting them to know where the lead was because they accused Moshe.
So him waving his hand out didn't do anything, it was just like saying God is,
Okay, it says,
is showing.
use your shepherd staff, hold it out over the water, and a path will open up before you through the sea.
Yeah.
But it says the wind
Right.
blew it all night.
Yeah.
All that night.
Yeah, that's.
And then the sea dry land. So he held his hand up all night to do it.
What y'all? This is the point that I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Faith. That's what the whole song was about. Faith. Okay, then that's what it is. Forget about that all the other stuff. Yeah. No, it didn't happen on the instant. Don't watch Sesame Meals. You know that.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm saying.
But see,
It wasn't no big miraculous thing like it do.
just like when Moses and Israel were fighting the Amorites, Moses was holding his staff up. Then he got tired. Then Aaron and Hur, I think, helped
For his honor.
as long as he had his arms up, they were winning. But when he dropped down, they started losing. So he didn't hold his arm up all night.
Right. That was just to instill faith. That's what I want you to do. That was to instill faith back into them to understand, to have faith in what Moshe, my man, the one that he's the one that I'm working with. He's the one that is going to have faith in him and those things there. And I want you, I'm doing this here so you can see that I'm working through him. See, I'm working through it. That's what it was all about. So they would have faith in him because he had the one that had to calm them. He had the one that had to be the one because they had come to him and they accused him and all that stuff there. Then we done lost our faith in you. You done got us in this, all that. So now God had to work. God could just, but God said no. When they saw him move that staff out there and all those things there, all that, and then God told him when to move. He said, hey, now when you see that dry land, so yeah, it took a while for that to happen, but they knew it. God knew that too. And they were worried about that. God had that under control too. Yeah.
And also, did y'all also keep them, the Egyptians back by the fire, with the fire?
Well, that's what we'll read. That's what I'm saying. God had all that under
At
control.
the same time.
Right.
Right.
See? You got to put that in there. But like you say, when you look at Sesame Meals, well, all of a sudden you just look at that. Well, it didn't happen that way. But it wasn't no less a miracle. It was no less a miracle. It's just a time sequence.
But it also made people think that there was magic in the, staff, that the staff is what parted the water, and that's not what it was.
Well, that's the difference between.
That's what caused it to go in motion.
That was, and the faith of the folks was Moshe was their contact. They don't want to get this started. It's just like when Pharaoh went out and when the gnats was all there and the locusts was there, and he asked Moshe to go out and pray for it. Moshe went out and prayed for it, but it took a while for the wind to blow all. It just didn't miraculously just zoop and all it was gone. No, God sent a wind. And did those things in. So all those things there was part of God's maneuvering and using those things there. And God wanted them to understand those things there.
We know that y'all could have dried the Red Sea up just like that.
Yeah.
But he made it. That wasn't his choice.
Because all these things is for us to learn a lesson and faith. That's the whole emphasis of it and all of that. He was establishing because they had lost that faith. See, they had lost that. And they was out with him, and God said, hey, no, I done chose this man in. You got to have faith in this man. See? Read on, let's see what happened. Then what happened?
Okay, the 17th verse says, As for me, I will make the Egyptians hard-hearted, and they will march in after them. Thus I will win glory for myself at the expense of Pharaoh and all his army, chariots and cavalry. Then the Egyptians will realize that I am Adonai, when I have won myself glory at the expense of Pharaoh, his chariots, and his cavalry.
Now, dear folks, let me tell you something. Right there is the point I'm talking about. God had been working, because God would have been working with me too. Because, man, when I drove down over there and finally seen it clear there, and he said, go get them. And I looked down there, and I saw all that water standing up on the side.
You went the other way, huh?
Oh, you gonna went down there?
No, buddy. I got enough that grape out up in there to say, hey, this ain't kosher.
Ordinary, no.
This don't look right. Wouldn't you have a little sense about that? Don't you think you would have a little sense?
Hey,
Just a little?
that's my way out from the Egyptians.
I'd like to think that I had a little sense to say, hey, no, this ain't good here.
Because of faith, it's no sense. It don't work for faith.
And God knew that. That's why God had to harden their hearts. Read on, let's see.
Next, the angel of God, who was going ahead of the camp of Israel, moved away and went behind them. And the column of cloud moved away from in front of them and stood behind them. It stationed itself between the camp of Egypt and the camp of Israel. There was cloud and darkness here, but light by night there.
Wow.
So that the one did not come near the other all night long.
See, it took a while. God had it took a while for that wind to do his thing and to do all those things there and everything there. And in the meantime, God knew that, hey, they'd have caught up with him, so God had to put a barrier there to stop them. The same barrier there that brought darkness to them brought light to Israel. Wow. They was able to see and everything there. So when they were ready to go, when they run down, hey, they had light and everything gone and all that. Pharaoh had to wait. So God know how to control it. He had all that under control. Wow. Because normally, if they had the free will and time, they just went on and done that. See? But nevertheless, God prevented them, and they still had the advantage of the speed. So God had to do something else. Keep them from getting to him. And read on.
Moshe reached his hand out over the sea, and Adonai caused the sea to go back before a strong east wind all night. He made the sea become dry, and its water was divided in two. Then the people of Israel went into the sea on dry ground, with the water walled up for them on their right and on their left. The Egyptians continued their pursuit, going after them into the sea. All Pharaoh's horses, chariots, and cavalry. Just before dawn, Adonai looked out on the Egyptian army through the column of fire and the cloud and threw them into a panic. He caused the wheels of their chariots to break off so that they could move only with difficulty. The Egyptians said, Adonai is fighting for Israel against the Egyptians.
Notice this. They even had no sense.
Mm-hmm.
They said, whoa, wait, something right here. Now, I know good well, I overhaul this. No. I took my chariot to the maintenance hall and everything there, and this chariot is in good shape and everything there. And we ain't took this bad boy and had it, you know.
Yeah, but thing about it, that didn't click until they was down up in the sea. It should have been clicking before.
Well, that's what had happened there to him.
Huh? Well, yeah, but the
Yeah,
water.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said, hey, that's when God finally cleared that all off and said, all right, now you're free to go down. And I'm looking clear now, and I'm seeing that through the darkness and everything, and I see them folks running down through there, and the water hanging in there and everything there.
It's time to turn
My little great man said, well, Pharaoh wanted to get me from the backside. I'm heading the other direction. I ain't going down there. But y'all was leading. Y'all was leading.
They did good until God looked down through the cloud, and then he started giving them little things. They said that he confused them and said panicking on them.
Right.
They was doing good. They was pressing through until God changed it. He started panicking on them from the cloud and from the fire. So they was in trouble then.
Yeah. But you couldn't turn back now, so you couldn't turn back because Pharaoh was gonna cut your head off. You go back that way. You had to go forward. Yeah, so
I ain't going in that water, man. I ain't going down that water.
They said, let's get out of here because God is fighting for them. So
yeah.
they
What they
probably
gonna do?
tried to turn around.
It's
Yeah, but they
death.
couldn't. God had it there.
Well, right. But I'm saying they probably tried to turn around, but it's too late. That's when
Yeah.
the water caved in on them.
Yep. And when they come to the realization, and therefore, here's a point I want to get you to. What was the thing that really, how was it that God was able to harden their heart and all those things there and get all that hatred, dear folks? Mhm.
Yeah.
Hatred, dear folks.
Yeah.
Personal.
They hate God.
Mhm.
They was mad at them. They was mad at them Israelites and all. Same way our Hebrew Israelite brothers is today. We got this stupid hatred. Yes.
I was gonna say, do you think that it also involves in selfishness? When it comes to the hatred? They're thinking about themselves more than anybody else, and the object is the other person, but it's a form of selfishness too.
Yes.
Well, I don't.
That hate, I mean, it's
I don't think so. It's just like a lot of our Hebrew Israelite brothers. They hate the white man today because they say what happened to them. You know what I'm saying? And they go back to way back in history what happened to them. They don't talk about really what's happening nowadays because of one of them. It's a far cry lighter what the white man is doing to us now than what they did back in them days. I would even say in my days.
Mhm.
But it's just a matter of what you've been taught and you've been saying. And it's an easy way to justify your actions. Hatred does that.
Hatred comes from envy,
See?
and envy is involved with selfishness. That's what I'm saying. The root of it comes from selfishness. That's what I'm saying. Satan want all the attention.
That's that Yoda wisdom going on over there.
Satan want all the attention. See, that's when all that comes from. That's how he got messed up. No, that's what Yoda said.
Well, he covered it.
Fear produces hatred.
See?
Hatred produces.
But the point of it is that we've got to, so it was very easy for him to harden their heart. See? If we got this hatred in those things there for no reason at all. We got to get rid of that there because it can mess you up and make you do crazy stuff.
Right.
They went on down there. And what you call, thinking that they was gonna get them folks. They was gonna get even with them. They like, we got chariots. They walk in, and in a minute, hey, we got that advantage. We can take them. We can do it. So much the more that they did. God had to send the angels down there to take out their wheels and stuff there, to cause wrecks and stuff down there to slow them down and everything. So God's people had time to do what they wanted to do. And then when they really come to find out, they say, well, looks like we ain't gonna do it then. What are we doing down there in the middle of this? It's time for us to get out of here. Too late.
Mhm.
Shoosh. A lot of our Hebrew Israelite brothers got that same attitude, got that same hatred.
Mhm.
And they talk about us and say, because we teach love, peace and love. That's the point I want you to get. And they keep this hatred stuff. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to put my foot on that deck and I'm going to do it in there. And like I said, one guy was talking about he's going to get an axe.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm going to chop him out one short at a time. I want to die slow. I'm like,
Well, what happened to thou shalt not kill?
see? Oh, no. He's doing God's will.
It's war.
Yeah.
Vengeance.
Yeah, he's doing God's will. And some of you, and some of you have really Hebrew Israelites. I'm gonna kill y'all too. Yeah, what he said. Yeah,
You gotta get this.
he's talking about some of us that we ain't got no nerves, stuff. We really not scared of trouble. We ain't scared of trouble. What we gonna do? I'm gonna break in their houses. I'm gonna go into down there. I'm gonna get their women, and I'm gonna do. Oh man, he just talking about all that stuff. I ain't scared to be sad of myself.
They ain't standing on national television.
I'll send you that.
That sound like
I'll send you that. What you call him?
he's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Did he have on like a leather jacket?
Yeah.
I know exactly who it was.
Exactly.
With spikes and little rivets and I know you talking.
Yeah.
Looking like Funkadelic.
Funkadelic, the Funkadelic group.
Oh, that's the name of the group?
No, but that's it. And cussing like a sailor.
Funkadelic's really mixing.
Cussing, using all kind of curse words and all that kind of stuff.
That's George Clinton, man.
Yeah.
So you representing y'all, huh?
Yeah, but he represent me. Talking about hey,
Himself.
Who you represent? What camp you represent?
huh? I like I said, I can't remember, but I got it. I was so outraged with it, listening to that kind of stuff. It really bugged me there. But like I say, you can get anything you want on the internet.
Yeah.
And then they said, and if you niggas out there that don't like it, that's what he said. If you niggas out there that don't like it, you ain't gotta listen to my CD. You ain't gotta let it. Cut it off. Don't listen to it. Yeah. He said, but don't worry about it everything. But when the kids come in and all that stuff, hey, we're gonna kill all of y'all.
When it seems like you should.
You sure? He gonna be the first one to go with sure. With all that mess. You keep doing your shit.
But I want you to show. I'm saying it to show you that this ain't nothing strange. This happened in Israel. This always has happened. You always have Israelites. I'm not saying they ain't Israelites, but they don't represent me. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying they ain't Israelites. They claim what they claim, and I ain't saying that. But these were Israelites too that was claiming and breaking all this stuff out. Closing for today. God has a plan. And his plan always does fit with ours. Here's the thing. Do we really want y'all to lead us? That's my question I got for you. Or do we want to do things the way our heart leads us? Well, I just go by my heart. I don't worry about nothing else. I go by my heart. How many of y'all like going by your heart? Now, if you ask a Christian dad and all that, they say, "Ooh, yeah, that's what I go by." But if you ask me, I got a different story altogether. I don't trust that heart. And it's because God told me how that heart is and gave me the definition of how our heart is. And I don't think he was talking about somebody that wasn't in his children. God always is said the heart is desperately wicked.
Mm-hmm.
You want to count on that? I don't. I don't. Going back to what we're saying, Israel was like a wild China, what they call it, wild bull in the China clock.
China shop.
Yeah,
Wild bull in the China shop.
that's it. That's it. A wild bull in a China shop. You know, ain't nothing good gonna happen in that China shop with a wild bull in there.
You're gonna have a bunch of broken
You
shots.
have a whole bunch of broken stuff.
Yep.
And as you said, Israel had been locked up for all these years, and you finally unlocked the door and said, all right, you're free to go out here. And man, they went wild. And we're right today, right now. We don't want nobody telling us what to do. You don't want to go on no authority of somebody to tell us what to do. That's why we got all these little spoon groups and got all that. Everybody sitting on in the corner and get together. Nothing. But God ain't leading me that way. God leading me this way and all that. And God leading. God told them, I'm leading you and I'm freeing you so you can go and worship me. Not go out there and be set free to do whatever you want to do.
Amen. Amen.
And we still got that same messed up problem right today.
Amen. That's that big and hard.
Hebrew Israelite brothers running around there talking, well, we can't do that till we get into the land. Well, when you go into the land, I ain't thinking about it yet. It's a little hot over there. Wait till it cool down, so then I'm going over to the land. Then in the meantime, Sabbath day don't start on Friday and the sun go down. It says Sabbath day, and that's what it means, day. So Friday night, I got all Friday night to do whatever I want to do and everything. We got folks now that believe in the Sabbath, you know, and that we ain't keeping the right Sabbath. We ain't keeping the right Jerusalem. We ain't even. I mean, they got challenge for everything now. You know what they say about we ain't keeping the right Sabbath, and they ain't talking about no Sunday either.
Right.
Oh,
Talking about the lunar Sabbath.
Yeah,
Man, that is the craziest.
yeah,
How in the world could you possibly ever keep that?
yeah.
what kind of Sabbath you say?
Lunar. They follow the phases of the moon.
Yeah. Every Rosh Chodesh is the beginning, is the first day. And so on every Rosh Chodesh, that's the first day, and then they count 7 days from that there, and that's the Sabbath. So guess what? If Rosh Chodesh come after what we call a Sabbath,
There's another Sabbath.
and then it's gonna take 8 days. It will be 8 days. Or if it comes 2 days after the Sabbath, and then Rosh Chodesh comes, then that means that those 2 days we got to truncate them out, throw them away, and then we start all over again with counting. So actually, you done lost 7 plus 2. That's 9 days that you done missed.
Well, they got another one out saying that, I think they were saying the Sabbath started on Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah.
We got
We got the wrong calendar. That's why they-
Yeah, so you got that
Gregorian?
Gregorian calendar.
Yeah.
That's wrong. They messed it up.
Dear folks, let us have faith in Yah that He set the standards, He set those things here, and this is the way we got to go forth and to do those things here. And God, let's listen to what God has said. He's freeing us up. He's causing all these things. He's bringing Israel back for one purpose:
worship Him.
to worship Him.
Only. That's faith.
So you ask the question, you answer the question, do we really want Yah to lead us? And let me tell you something. Yah leads to the man that He chooses. which goes back to what we was talking about the stick and then about the God was letting them know that He is the source of all of that. And they could see that. They could literally see that. God had to deal with what we can see, not all what we can perceive. And they knew that the staff was a form of power and all those things. And that's why, and that was part, that's what, and so that's why God said,
They was praising Moses when he made it on the other side for a short time.
exactly. Yeah, go to Exodus 15. And start reading the 11th verse there.
15:11.
Yeah, 15:11. We're just gonna wrap it up for the day for us.
Who is like you, Adonai among the mighty? Who is like you, sublime in holiness, awesome in praises, working wonders? You reached out with your right hand, the earth swallowed them. In your love, you led the people, you redeemed. In your strength, you guided them to your holy abode. The people have heard and they tremble. Anguish takes hold on those living in Pelestic. Then the chiefs of Edom are dismayed. Trepidation seized the heads of Moab. All those living in Canaan are melted away.
Also, not only was that the thing that they were praising happy about, but God gave them victory over some of their enemies, and they was happy about that. But boy, after this year, they all came to the river. They all came to the sea and they saw all the bodies there. And boy, Miriam broke out with dance and stuff, and they praised and they was happy, boy.
Amen.
But let me tell you something. It didn't last very long. It didn't last very long. Even in all that stuff that they had saw Moshe do, and God had tied it all to Moshe, it didn't last very long, which we'll pick up on as we go on down further. But let us check those things out. Two things I want us to understand. God is faithful in this part here. Don't lose faith in Yah. Even though we might not see exactly how we're going to get out of this situation. And let me tell you something, it's tough. How are we going to get out of this situation? What are we going to do? See? You know, people say, well, we can get us a fallout shelter. We can do all those things. Yeah, but you still got to have faith in Yah. You still got to have some trust. Now, you say, well, what trust you got to have there? Your fallout shelter won't help you none if you are point blank. You know what I mean when I say point blank? I'm saying if that bomb hit you right where you at there, you ain't got no fallout shelter that's gonna help you.
It's your burial place.
Then the very bombs and stuff that they got now destroys the whole ground, evaporates everything at what they call point blank range. You know, ground zero, right? It just disappears everything. Leave a big hole in it.
Yep.
What you got? Fallout shelter dug about 6 feet in the ground or something?
Not deep enough.
Y'all don't get that. You ain't Mr. Live, you just ain't Mr. Live.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Y'all not, it's your time to go, it's your time to go.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that even in those things there, you still got to have, even at that there, you still got to have faith that you're gonna be outside that range there where it can help you out, you know, those things there. But let me tell you something. Within that range there, I mean, that's how powerful these bombs are now.
Mhm.
That's how powerful it is. They just evaporate everything.
You don't have faith in y'all.
the dirt. I mean, you're just, it's just like a meteor that hits the earth and knock out carve out a big old crater. You know.
So that's what he's like.
Still got to have faith in God.
Yeah. But then still, we don't know what God have for our protection. We don't know what God have in plan, and those things there. And he could have some shields. He could have some things that we don't know. Just like even some of the pictures are not coming on now. And some of the, I don't know if any of y'all look at some of the movies, History Channel and all like that, but they're not saying the things that we had for fantasy and those things there that in the cartoons and the comic books and all those things there. These things are becoming reality. Cause I'm sure a witness of that there in my, I thought that was I remember Dick Tracy and all that stuff there. We had the cartoon, the comic book Dick Tracy, all that, and he had to watch that woke him up and then he was able to see and talk to somebody and all those things. Man, that kind of stuff. What he was saying that, man, that was fantastic stuff to us. Mm-hmm. We didn't learn nothing about no stuff like that when I was a little kid coming up. No, that's straight. That's familiar stuff with kids nowadays.
It's normal.
No, for me, yeah, normal. Facebook, no, real time. They got real time. They got WhatsApp and they got Skype. That was fantastic stuff that we were talking about before. Realization right now. Realization.
They use it for corruption.
Oh yeah, good. So this closes our service for today. May y'all bless you and keep you on that end there, and may He, if it's His will, we'll see you next week. And as our oath is, how should we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget the Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her coming. If I cannot remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Psalm 137, verses 5 and 6. Shalom, shalom for now.